What's up, everybody, and welcome to BioS3 Raw TV. We do have a winner in the Who Do I Consider the Godfather of High Intensity Trivia giveaway. And that winner is Super Mediman. He got it right first. He posted in the comment section, he said Mike Mentzer. Now, got some good answers. Dorian Yates, of course, took it to the level of, what it is today and what it's known. Arthur Jones, of course, invented it, which someone answered. This is true. But Mike Mentzer, I consider to be the godfather of high-intensity training for modern bodybuilding. He was the one that took it and first applied it after Arthur Jones had pretty much invented it. And Dorian Yates had Dorian Yates would have never existed if his training style, if Mike Mentzer hadn't come along first. So, Super Mediman, hit me up via email, biostraining@gmail.com, and give me your information. I'll get this out to you. I did have a good idea that someone posted in here that I should monetize the channel to cover some of the giveaways. And this is actually a pretty good idea, because if I have something I'm not going to use and it's unopened and one of you guys can use it, it makes sense to be giving this stuff away, because what am I going to do with it? Throw it out? Give it to someone at the gym? We'll have a little friendly competition, posting these things, have a little bit of fun. Some of the things you guys, some of the names like Ian McCarthy invented high intensity, Lane Norton invented high intensity, kind of funny. So, it was a good time. He nailed it first, so he gets the supplements. So, that being said, moving on, I'm going to do a little Q&A today. Starting with the video about Rob Kreider. You guys saw the video of Rob, and then someone asked if he used Synthol, because that Boston Lloyd kid does. No, Rob does not use Synthol. If you go to his website, which robkreider.com or rkbodies.com or something like that, you can see him throughout the years and what his arms have always been like. He's always had really big arms. He's got a short bicep that is really thick, and especially in his frame looks even bigger. It's not Synthol, guys. Trust me, I've known him for a long time. And we talk about everything. It's not Synthol. So, Q&A will start on bulking as a teen. Lean910 asked me, what did your mom buy that you mixed with milk? I want to try it because I'm in the same situation you were once in. Carnation Instant Breakfast. I'm not even sure if they still sell this stuff. I was at the supermarket yesterday, which I probably should have checked. But it's like little packets, strawberry, chocolate, and vanilla. I think maybe they have banana now or something like that. These things you can just dump into the skim milk or whole milk or whatever, depending on how lean you are or how fat you are. And mix it up. It tastes good and it gives you more nutrition. It's got vitamins and minerals in it. It's a quick, easy, cheaper way to do a meal replacement than actually going out and buying meal replacements. Deuce Psycho asked, do I have any pictures of myself as a prime as a natural? He'd be interested to see the idea of what I think natural potential is. If you go to Facebook, The Diet Guy, BioS3 Training, there's a link on my homepage on YouTube that links directly to it. I do have a few pictures up. I have one of when I was pretty much just starting training. I have one when I first started competing. I have one the year after, so my second year competing, and then there's one of me at over 270 pounds in my basement looking like a big bloated whale on there too. And that was when I was about 22 years old, and that's when I had a 550-pound bench. You can see everything is just big, bloated, and huge on me, but I was strong as an ox. So those are on there if you want to check them out. Eminem2997 says, appreciate if you can do a video on how often to train weekly naturally. Now, he wants to gain, so he goes 4 times a week. It's different for everyone. The Big Beyond Belief system, which I suggest everybody gets that book, sets it up to where you train, but training is only one part of the equation. Diet, recovery, all that stuff comes into play. So if you're recovering on 5 days a week and you're growing, then stay with 5 days a week. If you're not growing on 5 days a week, cut it back to 4. If you're still not growing, cut it back to 3. Now, if that's not working, then you're probably under training, which means you need to be more high intensity training than what you're doing because you're just not pushing hard enough. But if you're training intense enough, 3 or 4 days a week is enough. As a natural, I was doing 5 and I was recovering okay, but I got better results on 4 days a week. And to this day, I still use a 4-day-a-week split. So, my Newbane video, which did get a lot of hits, a lot of positive feedback, which I appreciate, you guys. Bob Blackmore says he loves all the vids. He wants to know if advice on cutting for a competition he's doing in September. He's got a fast metabolism. He needs to be a bit steadier than normal, etc., etc. Now, here's the problem that I get. I get these questions, these emails every single day about how much should I eat? How much should I do this? What should my macros be? I can't give you that answer, nor can Lane Norton or anyone else without doing a thorough workup of what you're doing. So there is no set, even when you give us, I'm 5'10", my body fat's this, and I weigh this. It doesn't friggin' matter. It matters what you're doing now, the data, including the training, supplements, whether you're on drugs, whether you're not on drugs, all this stuff, and how fast you recover. I don't know any of this stuff. And for me to do it and sit down and go through all the data takes time. And I don't have the time to do that. So, and it's also something that my clients pay for because I give them the time to do that. So to sit around, if you sent me, because I do get like 3-page long emails with everything included from the person, from when they started training to when they had their first kid and couldn't train, to when they got back on target training, to where they are now. And to sit there and go through a 3-page email and do a workup on this, I don't have that kind of time, and it's not fair to my clients. So at that point, I try to explain to you guys, it's not that simple. You need to hire a coach. If you don't know what you're doing, it's not working, something has to change. But if you don't know how to do it, sitting around asking somebody to do this for you for free is not going to happen. If someone's sitting there going to give you the advice you're looking for free, it's not the right advice, because nobody has the time to do that does this for a living, to just be handing out stuff for free like that. The free stuff I give on the videos should be enough to help you get to many of your goals. But if your goal is beyond that, to get to a competition, you need to hire a coach and work with someone on one-on-one like that. Even George Farah and Hani Rambod are going to get a certain amount of data from you to figure out what to do with you next. So be aware that if you send me these emails, I'm going to tell you there is no easy answer, and it takes time. And that's what I do for a living. So I got another one where someone had actually sent me pictures of his gear. He's in another country, and it was expired by like 2 years. And he thought, should I take it? Should I not take it? The first time I did a cycle, my gear was expired by like a year, and I gained almost 60 pounds. So I'd say if it's expired and it's not a water-based, it's an oil-based, go ahead and use it. If it's legal in your country. If it's not legal, don't use anything. You shouldn't even have it. Get rid of it, dump it, throw it out, crush it, flush it, whatever. But if it's legal in your country, go ahead and use it. The potency might be a little bit less, but it might have been so strong to begin with already that it's not going to matter much. From the Nubian video, Oscar Sands asked me, Jerry, what happened to your ex-girlfriend? Well, it's not that we stay in touch, but we're not enemies. So at that point, when we had split up, she went about her own business, and she actually met a guy, and excuse me, I don't think he was into drugs either. And she was at a point in her life, I guess, where she decided to clean up. So she cleaned up too. They had a daughter together who now I think is 6 or 7 or 9 or 10 or something like that. I mean, the kid's in school, and she cleaned herself up. Now her idea was, as long as she had that kid, she's responsible for the kid, and she don't want to be a bad mom. So I think that for her, that was the turning point, or her thing that made that switch go, okay, it's time that I need to stop this, because I have a little one looking up to me now that depends on me to live. And I think that's what switched her. But as far as I know, she still lives up in Rhode Island, doing well. Everybody's healthy, the kid's healthy, she's healthy, and everything worked out all right. Although it could have been drastically different, everything seemed to work out in this instance. So that's it for today, guys. So make sure that you get in touch with me, Super Mediman, to give me that information and get that out. I will monetize this channel so I can do more giveaways, because I should have said this in the beginning. If I have to send this stuff out to another country, it's going to cost me an arm and a leg. All right, it's going to cost me at least $30 to ship that, to the weight of this stuff, to another country. So it would be a good idea to kind of have some monetary funds coming back into the, the giveaways and stuff like that. So I don't know. I'll think about it and see what's up. So biosretraining@gmail.com. Leave comments down below. www.biosretraining.com is the blog, and we're